Hello, you guys. It's been a really long time since I last posted. I posted over a month ago for the last time, but I've been really busy with work. Then I got sick. I'm still kind of sick, but I wanted to do a little book haul because I've been collecting the books I've been buying since the summer, and I have a lot of goodies to show you. So let's just jump straight into it. I'm not going to go in any specific order. First off, we have Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I got this book and 2 days later it was already read on my shelf. I really like this. If you don't know what this series is the series that comes after I forgot the name of the series. Let me look it up. Okay, the Chestnut Spring series. My mind isn't 100% yet. So this one is like a spin-off. You get the brother of one of the main characters from that series, and all of the books from this series are single dads, which I love. I'm sorry, I know it's kind of an unpopular opinion because people hate kids in books, but I love them if they are written correctly, and I do love the books that Elsie Silver writes with kids on them. This is the second book from the series. The third one is coming out soon. I already pre-ordered it. So yes, this is a cowboy romance book, small town. Not really cowboy, but in my head it's cowboy romance just cause the vibes, you know? So yes. Then we're jumping into fantasy. I read this series, I think a year and a half ago. So this is the third book from the Serpent and the Wings of Night series. That's not the name of the series. It's Crowns of Nyaxia or something like that. But well, The Serpent and the Wings of Night is the first book. Then we have The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. Those two have the same POVs. And then this one is inside the same universe. I'm guessing following kind of the same thing that's going on, but from different point of views. I'm excited, but at the same time, I need to look up a summary because I don't remember anything. I just remember like the general thing that happens, but no details, no names, so I need to look that up first. And it's a vampire fantasy with romance, kind of spicy also, so this one is the second one. Then we go on to Seven Summers. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what this book is about. Let me look it up. Okay, I don't want to read anything more about this. This is giving what is it? This summer will be different, but not. It's like they meet. There's a tragedy that happens the night they meet, or they have their night of passion, and then they decide to see each other every summer, and if they're single they'll just spend the summer together. So yes, I had no idea what this book was about. I heard people saying it was a really good book. Now we have You With A View. This book I already read. I love it. I love it so much. I had such a great time. And it's the type of book where you get like more characters apart from the main ones that are really well developed. And I just enjoyed it a lot. I like her writing. Some of them I don't know what they're about, but I'm just gonna try and look it up as I go because I don't like knowing exactly what the book is about. But well, this one is about a girl, her grandma, which had a really special relationship with her, died, and she's grieving, and then she finds out her grandma had a great first love before being with her grandpa. So she posts a TikTok talking about the story and showing a picture of the man, and someone answers and it's like, hey, that's my grandpa. And I don't want to say anything else about the story because I loved learning what was going on as I went. If you want to know it before, you can just look it up, but I would advise not to. And now moving on, same author, we have The Ex-Vows. I haven't read this one yet and I have no idea what it's about. Two exes, one wedding, what could go wrong? Okay, I don't want to know anything else about it. Romance, wedding, so let's just dive into it without knowing anything, but I know I'm going to like it because just the vibes of exes and getting to know if they hate each other or it's like a really good relationship between them, or they don't have a relationship anymore but they're both pining for each other in secret. You never know. Then we have two books that I already read before buying them. I read them like maybe 2 years ago, but I loved them, and when I saw the new covers I was like, purchase. So first I read them in the incorrect order because I read Next to You and then I read Next of Kin. I think I liked this one better, but I loved them both so much. I love her writing. I also loved Autumn Alim. So in this book you get this girl, she's taking care of her sister's baby because she's like an addict, or is her, no, I think it's her mom's baby, and her mom is like a really bad parent, so she gives her the parental, what is it, the parental rights to her, so she needs to take care of the baby, and she didn't even know her mom was pregnant, so shock for her. And she needs to try and find a roommate because she can't afford rent where she's living at the moment, I think. And this guy comes in, I don't remember his name. Okay, it's Chloe and Warren. Warren has started taking care of his, I think, teenage brother. Don't know what happened there, but he's now his guardian and he's looking for a place to live with him, so they need like separate rooms. And at first they don't like each other a lot, but they end up sharing the apartment, and so good. I bought it because I want to reread it. And then we have the second one. This is Next to You. This girl, her name is Lane, and this is Matt. Okay, Lane is the best friend of Chloe in this book. They're interconnected standalones, and Matt is the best friend of Warren, and Matt is best friends with Warren from the first book also, and they start knowing each other because obviously when they meet up for drinks or whatever they do, lunch, they are always together, like the couple, so these ones get to know each other a little bit better. And then on a new year, like, they start talking and you can see him pining for her, but in secret, like, she doesn't know he likes her, but he's doing all this sweet stuff that it's like, obviously he likes you, girl, just open your eyes. I don't want to say why the bus is here, it's just like, you just need to read it. And his family, chef's kiss, so good. Okay, I'm starting to get a pile here, so let's hope it doesn't fall. Next we have Anatomy. I thought I wasn't going to like this book because it's kind of a weird genre. I thought it was historical fiction with romance in it, but it's fantasy, and like you don't get to know why it's fantasy until the end of the book, so that's why I didn't know. Basically it's about a girl in the 1800s that is trying to be a surgeon, but obviously she's a woman. No woman can be a surgeon in that time, so she starts dressing up as a man and starts taking classes, and she needs bodies to practice on. So she meets this resurrection man, but he's like a boy like her. His name is Jack, her name is Hazel, and he starts digging up bodies for her. A resurrection man is someone that digs up bodies from the cemetery and sells them. And this all happens in Edinburgh, and I went to Edinburgh last year, and it was super fun to read about it because one of the things I noticed in Edinburgh was that there were a lot of cemeteries, like a lot. And I don't know why, but yes, it was full of them. So that's why it's kind of funny that this book was placed on Edinburgh, because I know there's a lot of cemeteries, so he can take a lot of bodies. Then we have lessons in chemistry. This book is kind of a different thing for me. I don't know if I've said it before, but I'm diving into general fiction, literary fiction. I've liked Gabrielle Zevin and Kristen Hanna, and everybody raves about this book, and I like the story. Like, if I saw a movie with this plotline, I would watch it and I would love it. So I was like, let me just give it a try. And if it's not for me, then it's not for me. But at least I can try it out. I hate that it's like half cover. But well, it's fine. I'm excited for this one. Then we have more general fiction. We have a man called Ove, I'm guessing. I don't know. But I think this is about the life of an old man. I don't know. I just wanted to try Frederick Bachman, because everybody raves about him and they love Birdtown, but I didn't want to jump onto a series because I hate not finishing series, so I wanted to try this one that is a standalone, And if I like it, I'll just jump straight into Bear Town. Now we have 3 books from the same author, which is Kristen Hanna. I said I liked her books. I read Firefly Lane. I didn't continue with the next book because I felt like that was enough for me and I didn't want to ruin the story. But I sobbed with that book, and I like being heartbroken when I read, like depending on my mood, but I like it sometimes. So I loved her writing. She made me feel like I was one of them, and I was so enraged with some things. Like, my emotions were heightened by her writing, which is amazing. She's a great author. So I got The Great Alone. No idea what this book is about. Winter Garden. I think this is about a mom or a dad that's dying, and the siblings come back home. They don't like each other a lot, I think. But some secrets start uncovering. I don't know, but I think it's about that. And then we have The Nightingale. Again, I think this in the World War II period, is it? France in the 1940s. So, yes, about a woman also. I think all these stories are about womanhood. I think I resonate with a lot of things. So I'm really excited to read them, and they're like super pretty. These covers are the UK covers. I think the US covers are kind of different. But yes, again, I'm super excited, and I think these are books that I can read like in 5-10 years and resonate with other things that are happening in my life that I didn't resonate with now. So I don't know, I think these books are going to be amazing to be in my collection. This is going to fall, but let's just keep going until something happens. Now we have Love Story. I think this is about a teacher. One small town bookstore, 2 sworn enemies. It's a love story. She's a small town school teacher. I'm a teacher. If you didn't know, I'm a primary school teacher, so obviously I'm going to get this. He's a hotshot creative director. Together, it's a hate at first sight. I'm interested in it. I saw School Teacher at the time when I was reading the synopsis, or like reading about the book in general, and I love reading about teachers. I'm very excited for this one. On the cover, I mean, come on, it's gorgeous. Then we have another romance. I already read this like months and months ago. It's Fall With Me. This is from the... What's the name of the series? Let me look it up. I forget the names of the series and the characters so easily. Okay, Playing for Keeps. When I bought the first 3 books, I bought them together and I had no idea what the books were about. But it's hockey romance, so great, because I love hockey romance. I just bought them because of the covers, if I'm being honest. They're gorgeous. And I knew they were romance, so I was like, let's just buy it. Sometimes I like doing that, and usually it turns out great. So, yes, this is the first book. In every book, you get a different male main character from the same team. So, every time you move to the next book, you get like the old characters, which I love. So, I'm just gonna transfer some of these books back here. We have The Fiancé Dilemma. Is it pronounced like that? I'm not sure. But it's the second book from The Long Game by Elena Armas. I read her first book and I didn't love it, but when I read The Long Game, I really liked it. So I was so excited for this book to come out with a different couple, and I did really love it. And I think there's going to be a third book. I don't remember if there was a hint of a third book. Let me see if it says something on Goodreads. Okay, it doesn't say anything, but I don't remember if there was like a hint of someone else. I hope there is, because I don't want to leave this little town. They're kind of small town romances. The first one is also sports related, and this one is about the best friend from the girl main character from the first book and her new friend that she met in that town, and you get glimpses of what's going to happen at the end of the other book in this one. And I hate it when that happens, because then I know I have to wait for the next book if it's like a new release. So I had to wait a lot, but it was worth it. Then we have a Megan Quinn book, a Bridesmaid Undercover. I read Bridesmaid for Hire in August, and I really enjoyed it. I was giggling all the time. So I'm excited for this one. Again, it's kind of interconnected standalone, and they show kind of the couple that's going to happen in this book in the previous one, but I don't want to read about it. So yes, it's a romance, and I think the male main character is kind of a really rich guy, but I know nothing else about it and I don't want to. Okay, I did this in the wrong order because I thought I showed this on my previous video, but I'm guessing I didn't. So this is the back. In this one you get a brother's best friend, and they're kind of enemies, and they end up in the same resort. She's on holiday and he's on a business trip, you could say, and they have to pair up for something. And amazing, I just love it. You should read it. And when you're reading it in the summertime, amazing vibes. Then I have 3 books from the same author, and I think there are only 3 books out, but we have Nora Goes Off Script. This is about a woman that just got divorced, and she wrote a script, and they're filming it, but they wanted her house to film like a part of it, so she meets the actor that's doing the main character from her script, and this is a really good book. You also have kids here, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. Same Time Next Summer is about a girl that's preparing her wedding. She has a fiance, and she finds out she's like looking for this wedding venues and all that stuff where she vacations every summer since she was a kid. Like, she owns a house there, her family owns a house there, and who's there? Her first love, who broke her heart. So nothing else to say. Let's just put it back here. I also read it and I also enjoyed it, not as much as the first one, if I'm being honest. These are not interconnected standalones. They have nothing to do with one another. And then the other one I have is Summer Romance. This one I haven't read. It says, benefits of a summer romance: it's always fun, always brief, and no one gets their heart broken. I don't want to read more because I like going into books blind, but it looks like it's going to be interesting. And I already know I love her writing, so great. Then I have the 3rd book in the Rebel Blue Ranch, no? Where does this? Yes, Rebel Blue Ranch series. Every book follows a kid from this family that owns a ranch. They're cowboys. Love my cowboy romances. So in this one you get one of the brothers, and basically they hate each other. She's the best friend from his sister, but he needs help taking care of his kid, and she doesn't have a job, so she ends up living in his house for that time and taking care of the kid when he can't. Then we have Drive Me Wild. Well, I didn't say it. I did read Lost and Lassoed. I didn't even say the name of the book. I did read it as soon as I got it on the mail, and I loved it, like every single one of her books. Then we have Drive Me Wild. This book is the second from a interconnected standalone series. The first one is Drive Me Crazy, and it's the Drive Me series. And in this book you get this girl which has known this Formula One driver for a long time because she's the daughter of the owner of the team, I think it is, or something like that. And she was in a really long relationship, but she broke up with her boyfriend, and he's always liked her, and you can see him like always flirting with her and telling him like, oh, leave your boyfriend and date me, but like jokes, but not, you know. So I'm really excited for this one. I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet, if I'm being honest. Another sports romance, we have Collide. This book I already read before buying it, but I saw that it was going to be an interconnected standalone series, and the covers are really cute, so I decided I was going to purchase them. So it's a ugly romance, and I think they have to pair up for a class, maybe. I can't tell you anything else about it. I really don't remember a lot, which is good, because whenever the next book comes out in January, I think it is, or February, I'll read this one before reading the next one. And the cover is super cute. Sometimes I love cartoon covers, and sometimes I hate them. This is the like them one. And then we have 2 books by the same author and in the same series. I think again interconnected standalones, but these ones are kind of different because they are romances, but they're kind of different because we have Before I Let Go, and it's about a couple that has separated. They have kids together, and I think they try to make it work. I don't want to read anything more about it, but I know she really loves writing really serious, not serious, but like heavy romances. I don't know if I'm explaining myself, but she's going to make you cry, okay? That's a given. So I'm excited for this one also. I don't know if the plot is for me with the divorce situation, but we'll see. And then the second one, I have no idea what it's about. Soledad Barnes has her life all planned out. She plans everything, she designs everything, she fixes everything. But none of her varied talents can save her when catastrophe strikes, and the life she built with the man who was supposed to be her forever disappears in a cloud of betrayal and disillusion. I want to read the rest. This is also kind of exciting, and I know that it's going to be heartbreaking again. So whenever I'm in the mood for a sobbing session, I'll read these books. So these were all the books I've acquired since July, I think it is. I think it's a lot, but I do read a lot, and most of the books I read aren't even on my physical TBR, they're on my Kindle. But I also love collecting them. I have 2 bookshelves full of books, and I just, every time I go inside my room and I see them, I'm in love. I just fall in love. I love having them, seeing them, being able to pick them up, smell them. I don't know if that's weird, but it is what it is. So let me know if you have read any of these books and what you thought about them, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!